So look, I've got a classic white wine from a very venerated Spanish producer from Rioja. It's 2005 vintage of the Rioja Blanco Vigna Tondonia. Of course, they release the wines when they feel that they are ready. I'll be blind tasting Erin Brooks, who is a fantastic local sommelier. She is a reviewer for Robert Parker Wine Advocate, but she's a great taster, and just want to get her here and sit down with her and pour a couple classic wines for her. I think she'll really enjoy, and hopefully she'll be able to get. This one may cause her to think a little harder, but still very classic. The Tondonia Blanco from Lopez de Heredia. So I think it's going to be really good. So the grapes inside Vigna Tondonia Blanco are Viura, 88 to 90%, and Malvasia bringing up the latter. It's not corked. But it is showing exceptionally well. Very classic wine, classic vintage, classic producer. I think she'll get close, if not get it bang on. And for wine too, another incredibly classic wine. You're looking at Jean Foillard's Côte de Pie from Margon. This is a 2017, of course, just released. This is a special site within Margon, just outside of the VA. Beaujolais is a great wine growing region that is in the Burgundy region of France, south of the Côte de Beaune and Côte de Nuits, of course. But yeah, made from the Gamay grape, and this is an incredibly classic wine that we all need to, talk about more. Let's say Erin does not get this wine. If anything, she might call this wine, because it's a riper vintage, Oregon, but I really think that minerality and that granite, that limestone, those kind of wonderful charcoal, wild cherry, tart berry characteristics, and the acidity, I think they'll bring her to the old world if she really, really dives into the secondary characteristics of this wine and the non-fruit aromas, the non-fruit characteristics of the wine. I think she should peg it as Beaujolais. I really hope she does.
Hey.
How are you?
What you got for me here?
I've got great wines for you. And look, the beautiful thing about these two wines is that they are, I think they're incredibly classic. They are there, they are what they are. Just do your thing and work your way through them.
All right, wine number one. It's clear, it's day bright, it's a deep yellow color, no fading of the rim, no sign of gas or sediment. Viscosity, we'll call it medium plus for now. I don't think it really matters. Why doesn't viscosity matter, DLynn?
I think it always does, but personally.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I think it's bullshit.
Cool.
Okay. On the nose, wine's clean and sound, medium plus intensity of aromatics. It's developing. Condition of the fruit is sort of ripe. It's kind of baked and overripe. It's like really cidery. It's like baked apple, bruised apple, red apple skin, cider. It's got all kinds of non-fruit aromas as well. This is like honey, hay, sort of funky, musty, woolly kind of characters on this. Mushroomy as well. It's super earthy. Not particularly fruity. There's no new oak on this wine. I don't believe. Wine's clean. It's dry. High intensity of flavor. It's developing. Condition of the fruit, again, is overripe, baked. You've got bruised red apple, apple cider, baked apple. There's a lot of citrus here as well, but it's really very pithy. Earth is, you've got like a rocky minerality as well as all that mushroomy, funky, woolly. Mushroom, yes. What kind of mushroom? It's like cooked mushroom. Umami, yeah. It's like kind of umami in the mouth. I don't think there's any new wood on this wine, or possibly it's already like consumed by the wine. But this is really driven by all those other kind of characters. Medium plus body, high acid, medium plus alcohol. It's balanced. Medium plus complexity, and a long finish. So I'm falling into the trap where I feel like I knew what it was immediately, and I may have like described that without really thinking about the wine, but I do think this is Chenin Blanc and can be nothing else but Chenin Blanc. It's funky and delicious, and has a lot of like quality in the wine. I'm thinking that you told me to think real hard about this, but I think this is Sauvignon. Maybe with a bit of age, 2010 vintage. You're looking at me.
Yeah,
right now.
no. I think. Look, as soon as I heard you say woolly on the nose, I knew exactly where you were going.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew you were going to Chenin Blanc. I knew you would either say Vouvray or Sauvignon, probably calling it Sauvignon based on the color and maybe based on the structure. But I think I would ask, is the acid as high as you think? Is it as prickly as you think? Does it have every single nuance that you would get from Chenin Blanc? Is it as quincy and honeysuckly and...
I don't get honeysuckle for
mean,
Chenin Blanc, but...
Do you get botrytis on this wine?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, all right.
So where else could we be then? Like, what's my laterals?
I mean, it's something that's
dry.
It's gonna make you work for it. It is a dry wine.
I called Sauvignon because it's dry. Also, I guess we could be where.
I just don't think the acid is as high as you think it is, and I want you to pull out more earth-driven characteristics. I mean, I kind of like where your head is about the oak.
So where else could we be then? Alsace?
We could be a few other places. I'm not necessarily sure we'd go to Alsace because we did agree that this wine is dry. This isn't necessarily an incredibly aromatic grape variety when you look
Unless
at
it's
this.
Spanish. Did you bring me some Spanish bullshit?
Well, you should think about Spain. Yeah, you should absolutely think about Spain.
Damn it! So it's probably Spanish wine. Then.
Yes,
Yeah,
you should think about Spain and give me the minerality. Talk about the minerality. Talk about the secondary characteristics. I mean,
it feels umami.
Okay.
It feels like it has rockiness. It feels dirty in a lot of ways.
Well, hello. I mean,
and smudgy.
We talk about this in this Rouge version quite often. So.
So yeah, it's probably Spanish.
From where? I mean.
Rueda.
Yeah, but look, I mean.
It's fine. It's.
I'm not gonna take the time to go dig up a Rueda and blind taste show no Ruedo. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not.
Wait, so where are we? You're gonna have to. I'm giving up.
You're killing me.
Come on, man.
If it's not from Rueda and it's Spanish, and if it's of this quality, hello, I mean, give me another region.
Rioja.
Thank you. This is Rioja Blanco. Absolutely Rioja Blanco.
Stupid.
Think about the age. Think about the process. Think about that racking a few times a year. Think about they release these wines when they are ready for these to be released. And it might not necessarily be the vintage that you think it is. It's probably a touch older.
It's 04.
You're very close. 2005. Mm-hmm. Lopez de Heredia, Viña Tondonia Blanco.
Yeah, I'm not a big Spanish wine drinker.
Well, you know, I figured I'd give you something that was still pretty classic. I mean, these are wines that pop up.
It is classic.
Yeah.
And I don't taste these wines.
We don't taste them often.
So that's why.
While I sip this, let's dive into the red.
All right, wine number 2. Should we talk this through or just grid it?
Talk it through, whatever you want to do. Look, I'm not gonna grid my wines. I'm gonna whenever you pour the 2 wines that you have for me, I'm just gonna.
Let's just talk it through.
I'm gonna enjoy them and talk, but I'm gonna do the listening. You're gonna do the talking.
Oh, all right. Well, then I only know how to do my grid, really. Let's break away from that and just try something else. So this wine smells immediately super fruity and kind of whole clustery. It's got like watermelon, bubble gum, red cherry, strawberry jam. It's really red. It's really kind of confected and fruity on the nose to me. So immediately my brain goes to Pinot or Gamay.
Work through the
or
wine,
Syrah.
though. Work through the wine, though.
Red cherries, black cherries, lots of red fruit, briary, brambly black fruit. Those watermelon sort of whole cluster characteristics. It's got a little bit of earthiness, like a leafy kind of character.
What kind of leaves do you speak of?
Forest floor leaf, sir. Like the ground, like walking through a forest, and that's what's on the ground. It's really confected, so also Grenache could come up on my radar. Gamay, Pinot, Grenache, even Syrah, like a light Syrah, like with a ton of whole cluster. Let's talk about structure.
We shall.
Medium body. Medium plus acid. Medium plus alcohol. Tannins are low. Medium minus, we'll say. Super fine. So, here's where the theory comes in, where I go like, well, if it's Syrah, a light style of Syrah, what would set that apart from Grenache? What would set Grenache apart from Gamay? What would set Gamay apart from Pinot Noir? So you put yourself in a little hole and try to reason into one or the other.
I like that, yeah.
So I'm in the hole. So Syrah, I feel like I want to put away.
Bolly go down the hole.
Because it just doesn't seem right for Syrah. There's nothing savory here. So I think I'm gonna get rid of that. And I think I want to rule out Pinot just because it's so confected and so whole clustery. I mean, it could be, but. I think I'm gonna go Beaujolais Cru from a good vintage, 2014. This is quite lively. We'll call it a Fleury.
Why the hell would you call Fleury?
Why not?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it fucking fits.
All right.
Why not?
It's a bit more serious than
It could
Fleury.
be Chateauneuf de Pape.
No, it's a bit, it's not hot enough.
I don't think so, yeah.
Not
it's not hot enough.
The acid
so.
is a touch, not that this is high acid by any
So
stretch,
what is it,
but
Margone?
it's Margone, girl. Why
Fine.
you ever call Fleury?
Why not?
It's Margone.
It's not strong enough.
Cote de Pie.
Oh, is it? Is it 4
Yeah,
yard?
yeah, it's 4
Yeah,
yard.
it's 4 yard.
And it's not 2014. Think, give me
Oh,
a
it's
ripe.
15.
No, a bit riper than that.
16?
17.
Oh, I haven't had it yet.
Shit's brand new.
Nice. I love this wine.
Kermit Lynch dropped it off at my house this morning.
I'm still drinking the 14.
I'm actually kidding about Kermit Lynch dropping this off at my house, but it's brand new.
I'm not listening. It went right past me.
Nice job on this one. Yeah, you crushed
Sorry,
it.
yeah, well.
Yeah, I just wouldn't call
It's
Fleury.
Beaujolais.
But yeah, it's Bojo.
Why can't you call
No, it's
Fleury?
great. That's great.
Fleury can be serious.
I mean, never go full retard. I mean,
Whatever, man.
Fleury. Nice work on this one.
I should have
Banging
known
Cote
this.
de Pie from
I
4
should have
yard.
known this producer because I drink this by the case.
There you go.
All right, DLynn, are you ready?
Yeah, I am. I'm ready to see what you have. I'm ready to see if I still
Blind
got
taste?
my.
Yeah, do you still have it?
I want to see if if I'm wearing training wheels or if I'm. I don't know what I am.
When was the last
yeah.
time you blind tasted, period?
Serious blind tasting? 5.
No, you and I have tasted since then.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a full flight of 6, just bang, bang,
well.
serious. I mean, yeah, 5.
Yeah, it's been 2 years for me.
5, 6 years. Like, I enjoy wine. I don't go through I just drink it to enjoy it. I just pick up a glass and say a couple things about it and dive in and kind of talk about it and see what the glass has to offer me and see
I think
what.
that's helpful. I'm trying to learn how to not use a grid because I either know how to use a grid or I don't blind.
Yeah. Well, let's do it.
So.
Let's do it.
All right, so I brought for DLynn, this is Domaine Christian Moreau, Le Clos, Grand Cru, Chablis. Super young, it's a 2016. So I was in Chablis, I visited this producer, I wrote a little article about him. I think he's fabulous. I think the wines are fabulous. And I brought this bottle directly back from France. It's a kind of a travesty to open it right now that it's so young, but I think this is a really good blind tasting because Chablis, when it's young, is easily mistaken for other things. So we are in the country of France, and this is the region of Burgundy. Chablis is actually further north. It's almost near Champagne. So we're really far north in Burgundy. So it's pretty cold there, actually. This is a Grand Cru, Le Clos. We're the Chardonnay grape, PS. That's the only white grape. It's the only grape, period, that you can grow in Chablis. So we'll see what DLynn does. So for red, I brought for DLynn a Barbaresco. So we're in Italy, we're in the north of Italy, we're in the northwest of Italy, and this is a grape called Nebbiolo. So most often associated with Barolo, but for this bottle, we're in a smaller little village called Barbaresco. This is a 2015 vintage. I brought this for DLynn because it's super classic. However, I myself have trouble with Barbaresco sometimes because you can super easily confuse it with Sangiovese. So this is sort of like, it's a banker, it's a gimme, but sometimes gimmies are hard because it's not about what the grape is, it's about where. This is like a blind tasting of precision. See how precisely he can get it. Because he's probably gonna know right away that it's either Sangiovese or Nebbiolo. So it'll be a game of how close can he get to what it actually is.
Let's see if I can figure this out.
Got two bankers.
Two bankers.
Two bankers,
The
buddy.
bank's still open?
Bank's open.
Because I don't know if I'm hitting that today. I might, if this is a curtain call, I'm going straight to the bank.
What time is it? 5:30? Let's go.
I'm not hitting nothing but net on these two, but we'll see what I got.
You got it, buddy.
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
do.
Yeah, so two wines in front of me. Let's see if I remember how to do this, right? All right. White wine, Starbright.
You sure it's white?
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Fuck. It's been a long day. It's been a long 2019 already, too, so.
All right.
Yeah, but white wine, Daybright, medium straw. I get some flecks of green. I get, medium viscosity. Not much happening right now, but I'll dive into it. Let's get on the nose. I'm getting non-fruit characteristics first. I'm getting like yellow and white flowers and like dandelions, and I'm getting some minerality, some whetstone, limestone, river rock. Nothing in terms of new oak. Nothing that's making me just kind of think that there's a sweetness of oak or clove or vanilla, anything like that. So it's really about the non-fruit characteristics first, but there's subtle lemon lime. But it's not telling me much, so I just want to hop on a palate and see if structure hopefully gives me what I need, so.
Nice.
She's tart. Yep, tart wine. Confirming that lemon and that lime is like white flowers, yellow flowers, dandelion, hawthorn, acacia, whetstone, river rock, but limestone. Before I jump too much into oyster shell, it is very limestoney. Nothing in the presence of new oak on this wine to really make me make any conclusions, but it's medium in body. It's stone fruit. I get some very tart apricot, tart peach, lemon lime for my citric fruit. I do get some pomacy, seeded fruit like a Granny Smith apple. The acidity, as I spoke about, the acidity is just high. It's not screaming high. I don't want to put in a screaming high Chenin Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc, but it's definitely strong medium plus. I'm just gonna say high. I still think there are two levels of high.
Well, so what do you mean?
But it's just at high.
Yeah,
not
but
like
what do you?
screaming high.
But like, are you talking about level or are you talking about type of acidity? Because I feel like you're talking about type.
I'm talking
of acidity.
about type of acidity.
So like, what type of acidity is this?
The type of high that I want to be.
How? But
Yeah,
nice.
It's
Yeah,
no, it's
okay.
no, seriously. The type
no,
of
really,
high
like,
that this is.
What type of acidity is Chenin Blanc?
Screaming, racy, tart.
Prickle.
Tart, prickly acidity.
And this is not prickle.
This is not that, no. Not getting anything, again, in the influence of new oak. So I do get some lazy kind of peanut shelly, batonage characteristics on this wine. For me, I describe that as like a crunch. It's a crunch for me when I think about where I'm kind of leaning with this wine.
What do you mean crunch? Like overall character of the
Yeah,
wine?
no, just a structural palate crunch. I mean, it's something that only works for me. I don't expect it to work for
I'm just curious
for
because
anyone,
I see
yeah.
wine in shapes.
Yeah.
So when you say crunch, I'm very curious to know if you're seeing wine in texture.
Texture and tactile. You're
Okay.
absolutely right.
Perfect. So you see wine in texture. So for you, this wine is texturally crunchy.
Texturally crunchy because of this kind of...
Because I see shapes. For me,
Yeah.
this wine is that shape.
Yeah, it's just this crunchy, lazy, peanut shell kind of characteristic, that's all.
Okay.
I think on the palate, the wine has a moderate plus finish. It's, like I said, medium body, but the acidity, again, is high. It's alcohol is...
Think it's balanced?
medium plus. Yeah, I think the wine's balanced. Yeah, it's a balanced wine. It's a balanced wine.
What's the quality?
And the quality level on this wine is it's medium plus. I mean, once I spend a couple more seconds on it, it's medium plus quality, but let's see if it's high quality. Let's see where the finish lies. Long finish. I mean, it's a long finish. So look, initial conclusions for this wine for me, just kind of talking through it, you know, I'd probably pull away from the new world and go into the old world. It's not dominated by fruit, it's not dominated by oak, it's dominated by non-fruit characteristics and flowers, and my thinking about Chardonnay for Chablis, of course. But if I do want to call this wine Chardonnay as initial conclusion from a moderate climate, if I do want to call this wine Premier Cru, I mean, there's going to be a pinch of new oak on this wine, just a pinch, but I really want to feel that new oak. I don't get RS on this wine. I mean, unless I'm just blatantly off, which I am most of the time. There is this pomacious characteristic to the wine that, while tart makes me think of Granny Smith, there is a roundness to the structure, and that's gonna give me like a classic, you know, kind of red delicious apple characteristic, you know. I don't think I want to put this wine in the camp of Premier Cru. I do want to say that this wine is 2 to 4 years of age. I do want to say it's obviously a younger, more fresh, drink me now style of wine, but because of the structure and the acidity, it's a wine that will age. And I think if I'm held to the fire, I've got to call this wine Chardonnay. I'm not going to put it in.
Here's a general wine tasting question for you. If you're in the triangle,
Yeah.
do you rely more on aromatics or structure to take you home?
If I'm in the triangle, I'm gonna have to rely on structure. Structure's gonna take me home, and I've been knowing for doing this in my, I think now, 20-year professional kind of adult career in wine. I've been known for doing something and then at the very end saying, boop, it's this.
Oh, instead of like me calling
Yeah.
it the wrong thing from the start?
I think as I've now played with this wine for 5-6 minutes now, it's feeling like in an empty glass, pyrazines are a bit more in my face. So I am going to call this wine initially Chardonnay, but I've also got to throw Sauvignon Blanc into there. There's something in there that's just green that I haven't talked about. So yeah, Chablis is what I think, but I'm going to say it's Sauvignon Blanc, and I'm going to say that it is from Sancerre. I'm just not getting new oak on this wine or any influence of heavy oak that's going to put me at white Bordeaux. I do think it's fresh Sancerre. I think it's 2016. If not a riper 17, but I'm going to say 2016, Sancerre, I don't know, Lucien Crochet, someone like that, Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah, that's final, yeah.
Awesome. So this is 2016 Leclos Chablis.
What did I tell you I was going to do?
I can't, I fucked mine up.
What did I
We both fucked up our whites, so what do you want?
So not only...
I mean, I can't.
Not only is it not average Chablis, it's Grand Cru Chablis.
So I talked myself into something and you talked yourself out of something.
That's what I've done for 20 years. I've talked myself. Didn't I just tell you I was going to do that?
You knew it was Chablis.
But didn't I just tell you I was going to talk myself out of why it was what it was?
So we'll both have work to do.
Yeah. You got work to do. I don't have work
to do. Cheers.
My work is different these days.
My work's not blind anymore.
That's a magical wine. Who's the producer on this Leclos?
Christian Moreau.
Christian Moreau, and he's using 25% new oak.
I actually don't know.
You don't know? He's a good bloke.
I don't know.
Christian Moreau's a good bloke.
Fabulous person. I love him.
Let's drink some red wine now.
All right.
And because it is Leclos, I will be asking you for a little bit more of this from my glass after we do this red wine. So.
Okay, next wine.
All right, so we've got a red wine that is, it's bright. To be very honest with you, it is slightly dull, this red wine, but it's got this beautiful medium garnet center, deep, light ruby fading to medium garnet, fading to this wonderful kind of orange amber rim variation, slightly watery meniscus. I've got a few different gradients of color from the center to the rim.
How important is color?
I think it's very important, especially on the red wine. It's important on whites as well, but it's incredibly important here. Viscosity on this wine is, it's just medium right now, but it's medium minus in concentration. I mean, it's just this beautiful kind of orange, garnet, ambered color. On the nose, wow. On the nose, this wine is showing this incredible sour, oxidative kind of just this exposure and this age and this vinosity. I'm getting like dried raspberries and dried, even dried cranberries. It's like this fruit was once tart, but it's like dried raspberries, dried cranberries, dried cherries and dried plums. Wow, cedar, cigar, and smoke. I'm not seeing any use of obvious new oak in this wine. I do see some wood influence. It's got this beautiful oxidative and aromatic, almost sage and clove, lavender. Let's get to the palate. Dry wine, full on the palate. It's got structure. Don't think full-bodied like Syrah Cabernet, but the fullness of this wine just comes from how it sits on my palate.
If you're thinking in terms of texture, what's your texture here?
Medium plus alcohol, if not high. Medium plus alcohol. But my texture is, I'm salivating. As I'm talking to you, my mouth is just watering. I mean, the acidity is high. I think the tannins are high in this wine. I'm literally salivating. But this wonderful, again, dried, oxidized, oxidative, kind of tonneau, big, large barrel. The clove that I feel in this wine, clove and that kind of cedar and that's all dried lavender, but still dried raspberries, dried plums. I still get dried cranberries in this wine. It's sour. I consider tart underripe. I consider sour a purposefully kind of sun-dried characteristic or style of fruit for me. But on the palate, I will say that this wine is showing it's showing a little bit of oak on the palate where I didn't necessarily get it on the nose.
How?
It feels like there is a particular, don't misconstrue the word, it feels like there's a sweetness to the wine. Only something that a pinch of new oak can give in terms of kind of cinnamon, faint vanilla characteristic for me. But again, purposefully made that way, maybe slightly modern, you know. But long finish, highly complex, high acid, high tannins. Niche conclusion on this wine, you're thinking of Sangiovese, you're thinking of Nebbiolo. I don't see this wine being anything else. It's not high enough in alcohol or hot enough to be anything from Chateauneuf de Pape. Old Bordeaux, I'm expecting 10 other characteristics from this wine. So
So do you think this wine's youthful or old?
I think this wine is showing. I think this wine's showing some age. I mean,
If you had to give me this wine in 4 words, what would it be?
color, acid, structure, and finish.
Color is what?
Color is the absence or presence of.
Garnet. Is what you mean, right?
I mean, but yeah, it's garnet.
It's garnet?
It's garnet. It's orange. It's got high acid. It's got high tannin.
It's garnet, it's high acid, it's
Yep.
high tannin, and what else? What's the last one?
And it's got a long finish. It's very complex.
Okay.
Yeah. So age-wise, I am going to go 6 to 10 years of age on this wine. I thought about 4 to 7, but I'm gonna go 6 to 10 on this wine, and that'll make me call this 2013 Barolo. I think it is a producer that's been around for a long time, but I think I think they're doing something a little modern. So yeah, but I'm gonna call it 2013 Barolo, and I'd like to have a little bit more of this Nebbiolo. It's what I think it is. So yeah.
It's 2013 Barbaresco, Dave Fortville.
2013 Barbaresco.
Cheers. So we both got our reds and we flunked our whites.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks very much. I really appreciate you bringing these wines. These are both delightful. Forgive me for not giving that Grand Cru status to Chardonnay and talking myself out
Forgive
of
me
Chard.
for
So, yeah.
talking shit about Spanish wine.